Ever since the white man had arrived in the land he called America and claimed it as his own, it seemed as if the war he waged against its people was also a war against its spirit. So the white man took the land, not because it was his, but because he could, because he wanted it. He took it with gunpowder, he took it with steel, he took it with firewater and disease, and his greed grew ever still. The old gods and the spirits that had inhabited this land under the stars for millennia were slowly driven away, together with their people. But their memory did not go away. In every creek and in every leaf, in every blade of grass and in every rock, it lingered and it waited, patiently, full of wrath. It was the worst winter I could remember, and that is saying something. It had been snowing for weeks on end, and the cold was gnawing at everyone's bones. Food was scarce, even in the days it could be found. The buffalo had been hunted to near extinction, or driven away, and whatever provisions were left were dwindling by the day. In that desperate time, the elders of the ancient tribes gathered in their most sacred of places to seek the favor of the gods that had abandoned them, to find a way to survive the wrath of fate and nature alike. That night would forever be remembered as a night of wrath. I was there to hear the words of the venerable elder and bear witness to his curse. The old man raised his hands to the heavens, and his voice rang clear as a thunder. And terrible indeed were the words uttered there, in their most sacred, so terrible and full of power that even the gods had no choice but to heed the call and fulfill them.
I call to thee now, great spirit of our forefathers. I name thee Manitou and Fisaka. I name thee Iwa and Skili. I name thee Anai and Apotanki. Hear my call and bear witness to my words. I curse from this day until the crumbling of the mountains and the fading of the stars, the greed that festers in the spirit of man. May the beast that sleeps awoke and be made flesh, and flesh will it yearn, though flesh that sleepeth not. May those who feast on us today be consumed by their own hunger, and may their hunger be forevermore. Curse me again, and again the unfailing heart of men. They turn to ice in the chest of the beast they have become. May they never find warmth by any fire, nor comfort by any hearth. May their names be forgotten, and their faces shunned. Bound be those men by this curse, until violent death take them, and cursed be they, who not even in death shall find respite. Thus have I spoken. Thus shall it be.
You might think this is nothing more than a bedtime story, a tale told to children to have them behave. You might scoff and say, this is utterly unscientific. Curses aren't real. Monsters aren't real. Are they? What I can tell you for a fact is this. The curse worked. I can't tell you how or why, but it worked. On that fateful night, a terrifying monster was made real. A physical embodiment of rapacity and avarice. The Wendigo. The creature is an ancient one and has been referenced in the folklore of many North American and Canadian native tribes, especially the Algonquin people. Throughout the years, many unexplainable disappearances in the tribes have been blamed on the Wendigo. The name Wendigo might originate from the Ojibwe Wintekowa, which would translate roughly to owl. Another etymological source is the Cree Withiko or Wetiko. Whatever its origin, it has been used to describe a relentlessly hungry monster, a creature roaming the woods in search of its next victim. The Wendigo has been described as a large and emaciated figure with ashen flesh and sunken glowing eyes. It has sharp yellow teeth and its lips and cheeks are either chewed or missing completely due to the monster and its hunger having eaten them. Some say it has pointed ears, others claim it has deer-like horns. The monster is also a formidable hunter. It is said Wendigos possess extraordinary strength and agility, and that they are unthinkably fast. And yet, there are ways to defeat the creature. Elder Achtakakub writes that the only way a Wendigo can be defeated is through trickery. As such, a willing man or woman must agree to be the bait and cut themselves so that the scent of blood would attract the Wendigo. When the beast arrives, a warrior must then pierce its frozen heart with either a silver bullet or a silver-headed arrow. Then, its heart must be cut out from its chest and burnt so that the spirit is forever cut from the body of the Wendigo. Wendigo is the embodiment of greed and selfishness, of disregard for others and pursuit of individual pleasure. It is a being consumed by itself, and there is no such thing that may sate such hunger. So if you've ever wondered if the hunger you may feel when dinnertime approaches is the first symptom of you yourself going Wendigo, well, we recommend you take a good honest look within. What do you see?